Okay, good evening from the Rooster Inn Observatory. We have only a couple minutes to catch the International Space Station. Let me see if we can find it. We're going to stop the clock and advance it. It's going to be coming to us from the north, and there it will be. So if we aim for, what do I have here? If we aim for 4230, let's see if we can meet it there. And then we're going to open shortcap to do plate solving on it. Using the big camera, and for now at least trying to plate solve. Let's see what 4 seconds will give us. Oh, good. That is good. Let's connect the camera, connect the mount, and plate solve. For 34 stars found, that's plenty. File, shortcap settings, plate solving. Alright, what did we do here? Oh no. I don't want to use the built-in plate solver. I want to use astrophotography. That's more like it. Okay, apply. Okay, and plate solve it. Oh, good. We are good. It's going to move it, and we're going to wait for it. So we have plate solved. This is where we're waiting for the International Space Station. We're going to go with only one attempt to grab it. And then as soon as we're done with the ISS, we're going to head over to look at Jupiter, the Moon, and whatever else we can peek at. So let's go back to running mode. We have a good 15-minute wait to find the International Space Station. Do I take a chance and go to Jupiter? Let's do that. We should be able to come right back. Let's see what Jupiter has to do. And there's Jupiter. Come back to me. Let me put crosshairs on it. No, sorry. And let's adjust controls here. There's a little bit too much green. This is more like it. And we're going to reduce the ROI to 800 by 600. And there's Jupiter. Let me grab I don't know how good my focus is. It looked fairly good on the stars earlier. Let's do a quick capture of a minute, or let's just go with 1000 frames. And this is my chance to test the new tool, live planetary stacking. Okay, it does work. It is trying to stack Jupiter live in real time. You know, this is the great red spot that we're looking at, or not. There's quite a bit of noise that's being stacked around it. All right. I'm gonna go back to waiting for the International Space Station at this point. We're going to stop the tool. Go back full ROI, region of interest. That is Jupiter once more, and let's leave the camera alone and stop the time and advance by 42 should be good. I think 4230 is where we successfully played solved a minute ago. (4230), that's where it will be. Let us slew to this location. And there is Celestron moving in. We're going to try to rendezvous with the International Space Station. I'm not gonna try to track it tonight. Just want to see if I can see the tool bag that's floating in front of it. already. I will maximize exposure, or gain I should say, and go with 4-second exposure. Plenty of stars. I will plate solve it and synchronize. And there we go. It's going to slew the telescope to where we think the International Space Station is going to pass. We are good. Yeah, the error was less than 1/100th of a degree, which is nice. Now we go back to Starry Night and send it back to real time. We just need to remember that at 5:42 we'll kick the capture. We'll start capturing at 5:42. That gives us 30 seconds on each side of the passage. So we're going to capture about a minute worth. So we're at 5:32:56 now. The blue line that you see, that blue, is the trajectory of the International Space Station. And that little plus here is where next star, where Celestron is waiting for it. That blue line is going to move gradually as time goes by. And then we go back to sharp cap. The settings that have worked for me in the past were a gain of 400 and an exposure of 0.002 of a second. Don't know why it's giving me that greenish stuff. Okay, less of it. None of it. We're capturing at only 12 frames per second. So what I'm going to do now is try to retrim the solid state drive, optimize it. And then make sure that we have plenty of space on the hard drive. Because it's gonna fill up very, very quickly. Okay, 100. Oh, only 50 gig free. That's not good. Let me see where I can move things out of here. $11.20, that's today. Something very fishy, which is suggesting to me that yeah, there's not barely a gig here, nothing worth mentioning. think I know where the culprit is. Empty recycle bin. Only one file, that's it. Yeah, something not happy at all here. Says I only have 53 gigabytes of free space, 185 used. Don't have much time to find the problem. Five gigs under users. Space executables. What is that? Temp. I am at a loss as to why it thinks that 200 gigabytes or 185 gigabytes are used. Okay, so we only have 50 gigabytes to work with for tonight until I find out where or why all that drive is used. All right. Not happy is an understatement. There is International Space Station coming. I usually have at least 100 gigabytes to work with of high-speed storage. We are using 25 gigabytes in cache, high-speed frame cache, so that will tide us up before we need to go to the hard drive. 1/2000th of a second, we're still at 12 frames per second. Let's hope we don't lose much there. And 540/30. At just around 542 we'll hit capture. In 1 minute. There is capture. Okay. 30 seconds. We're going to capture a minute worth, and keeping our fingers crossed that we'll see the ISS go through it. 10 seconds. All right, quick capture, 60 seconds, go. There it is. We got it. Okay. Might as well stop the capture at this point and let it save the frames. So we successfully hit the International Space Station. I'm going to leave the computer alone here now until it finishes writing the buffered frames. I don't want to try to run anything that will give it an excuse to crash. And it looks like I'll be spending a lot of time to find out where those 100+ gigabytes went. I'll seek to uninstall all the programs that we don't need, but then again, most of the big programs are installed on the D drive, not the C drive. I'm using the C drive almost exclusively for high-speed stuff. Bill, good to see you. Yeah, not much tonight. I thought I'll get the big rig out, and we got the International Space Station. I'm gonna do some planet hopping for a few minutes until the clouds move in. This is one big benefit of having the pod, the Skyshed pod. The 11-inch monster is polar aligned and temperature adapted because it's always outside. I decided on a whim to see where the International Space Station happens to be tonight, and sure enough it was going to be coming overhead, and Jupiter is within sight. 90 frames to go. As soon as we're done, we're going to go examine the frames, just take a quick peek at the International Space Station, and then come back to tackle whatever planets are within sight. I think Saturn is out of my sight right now. If not, we'll hop quickly onto Saturn, and then we'll come back to Neptune, Jupiter, Uranus. And we are done. It captured 489 frames, only one dropped. We'll be back. I don't know that we're going to be able to see Saturn or Neptune. They are just outside my reach, but there is no harm in trying. Yep, Saturn is out of reach. It has gone too far south. Let's see the moon quickly. And the moon appears to be gone. Okay. We know where we're heading next then. Neptune should be good. There is Neptune. And looks like we have a fuzzy focus. Let me plate solve to bring Neptune to the middle. Otherwise we'll bring it to the middle manually. No, it's not gonna do it. Okay. This is as good as it'll get. Works for me. Take the crosshairs out and adjust the region of interest to I usually go with 8x6, but this one we can go a lot smaller. And let's see here. Neptune. This is a bit dim. Let me go with 1/15, 1/8. I'm going to do a quick capture of a minute. And then stacking will make it round, we hope. It is still, altitude is 35 degrees. Yes, some of these are going to be good once we find the good frames among them. Okay, that was Neptune. Not much to write home about. Who is next? Jupiter and then Uranus. Jupiter should be fun to look at. There is Jupiter. This is when I'm going to rely on my histogram to make sure Jupiter is not overexposed. I'm going to move it to the middle of the screen, obviously. 400 is going to be too hot. Yeah, this is about right. Don't know why I have too much green out there. Oh, that's right, it's still 553. I use my crosshairs to make sure it is centered, and then I can adjust the region of interest. That's good. No reticle, Jupiter, and in this case 8x6 should do. I'm gonna see if we can do better on focus. Tools, focus assistant, planets. Moved it by 100 steps, and now we're going to let it scan it, see what it can give us. Looks like our best focus is around 17370. It found better focus. Okay. I don't think so. It's totally fuzzy. Alright. We're gonna stop it. We're gonna go to 17370. Going all the way down first. And then going to alright, the moons look sharp. Let's bring it back to the middle. And looks like the big red spot, great red spot, is smack in the middle. So I'm going to do a big capture here, 5,000 frames, and then stack them. It's capturing at 90 frames per second, so 5,000 should not take long at all. Morning light, good morning. We just captured the International Space Station and now we're looking at Jupiter. I'm using the big rig, Celestron 11-inch. I use it only for International Space Station and planetary imaging. This is Jupiter, and we'll see what we can get with it. This is a new version of Sharp Cap, and I'm testing all the new tools, all the experimental tools. I don't know if the ADC alignment will work for us. This is showing how much atmospheric distortion we're dealing with. Or atmospheric dispersion, if you will. Let me show you how I process those images. I'm going to go back to full screen, and let's look at the files. Captures today, 11:20. This was not Jupiter, this was the International Space Station anyway, ISS. This is the new image with Jupiter. Okay, astrofocus, astrosurface. Files, open. Detect the disk. There it is. We have 5,000 frames. I'm going to stack only 20% of them. There is quite a bit of dispersion because it is still very low altitude wise. A lot of atmosphere between us and between the camera and the planet. You can put a substantially large atmospheric dispersion or distortion correction filter, but we should be able to take quite a bit of that out of the way by stacking the better images. Let's stack. We're stacking 1,000 frames out of the 5,000. Edit, close, yes. It's starting to look semi-decent. Do I dare adjust the levels? Might as well. And then wavelets. And this is where the magic happens. Start with the noise pre-filter. And then reduce the strength of the high frequency wavelets. And then see what we do here. Now it becomes a matter of preference as to how much you want to add in terms of artifacts, but I am reasonably happy with this one. The great red spot is visible, and we should be okay. Save it. Let me pull it up. So that's what we got. Not too bad given how low Jupiter is. Yeah, this is it's an okay picture. While we're at it, let me see if I can get a picture of the International Space Station that we just got. The process here is more trial and error than anything else. I use PIP to identify the frames that have ISS in them, and to make things less complicated, I'm going to ask it to convert them to monochrome for now. I'm going to tell it it is the International Space Station, and I don't want to crop, I don't want to center, and we'll do the auto detection, and let's see if that will work. I'm going to go with TIFF files, so I can extract only those files that have the International Space Station in them out of the 489 frames. As soon as it opens another folder here, it means we have succeeded. Otherwise, it's going to be a painful manual process. We know that we captured the International Space Station because we saw it going through. There it is. Now the question is, okay, we got it. We got 5 frames with the ISS in it. Let's see if they are pretty. Wow, I like it. I like it. There's the International Space Station. The big detail I'm trying to get is the tool bag that is in front of it. Let's attempt to stack these 5 together. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all we got. Good evening, New Jersey. This is the International Space Station. We just captured it. It's nice in focus and it is nice lighting. Now my trick is, can I stack those 5? Now we go back to our pip and we tell it to indeed center and crop. And give us an AVI file of 5 frames. Let's do it. This is turning into a nice evening. We got International Space Station. We got a good shot of Jupiter actually. Let me show you Jupiter while it is looking through the International Space Station. This is Jupiter that we just grabbed a few minutes ago. Not too bad, considering that it is very low altitude wise. We have the great red spot in the middle. Unfortunately, Saturn was long gone by the time it got dark. We did get Neptune, and we will try to stack Neptune momentarily, but this was the video of Neptune. Nope. Sorry, that's it needs debayering. If I see the tool bag if the weather cooperates tonight, I will be up in a few hours to get back to the Sombrero Galaxy and see if we can do justice. Alright, we have a video. Let's see if who wants to stack it for me. I don't know if AstroSurface will be happy with only 5 frames, but we'll try. Otherwise we'll go to auto stackered. Files, open, Jupiter. It is monochrome, register, detect, there it is. And we're going to stack all of them. Not many anyway. 100%, analyze. Go to the smallest detail possible and stack it. We're done. Edit. Close it. So this is what I'm working with now. I don't see a tool bag. Let's see if we can clean up this image using wavelets preset. First of all, the noise pre-filter. Reduce the strength. And this is where the magic happens. Nah, stacking is not buying us anything tonight. We may just have to stick to the original pictures. So these were the original pictures that we got. I can ask it to save it for me in a TIFF. And then we can examine them. Let's go see what's going on outside for now. Jupiter has moved out of the way. Let's bring it back in. Come on. And it has gotten dark. Do you want to take a wild guess why it is getting darker? We call it clouds. Yes, it is cloudy. Certainly got more than I hoped for tonight. And these are the 4 moons of Jupiter. If I were to increase the gain, there is one here, one there, one there, and one up here. These are the 4 Galilean moons because these are the 4 that Galileo could see with his telescope. This is the one I spent the most on. It was about $7,000. That's an 11-inch Celestron Edge HD with a CGX mount and a substantial tripod. So there it is. I think PIP is done processing my International Space Station. Yes. So this is what we have. 5 frames. 1, 2. I'll have to examine them carefully and see which one. Okay, this one looks good. We can see both sets of solar panels on that one side. Anyway, that thing was moving very fast. Before we lose the night, I want to get to Uranus quickly, but there is Jupiter. I'm gonna grab another few frames. Let's flip that so we can post it as a short. I'm gonna do a big capture of 5,000 frames, and then we'll let Pip select the best 1,000 or 900 among them for a 30-second shot. It's capturing them at 60 frames per second. Alright, Jupiter's capture is complete. Let's go back to full screen and head over to Uranus. And there is Uranus slew. We should be able to see it enter stage from right. There it is. Okay. There is Uranus. Let me move it to the middle so we can zoom in on it and then enjoy it. It is a lighter blue than Neptune. Oh, this way. And ROI all the way down to the smallest. What I'm going to have to do is align the three colors, red, green and blue, when I stack it. But for now, let's do a quick capture of 60 seconds. All right. Beautiful M33 is up there, but it is not fair to try to capture it without the guide scope. DO crew, it is a 183MC ASI 183MC. There it is. It's a ZWO 183MC. I chose it because it gives me the highest resolution of pretty much anything on the market right now. It's a 21 megapixel. So that's Uranus. We can go back to Jupiter and see if we can. It is up to 30 degrees now. Now, Eris is one of the dwarf planets. It has a magnitude of 18. Don't know that we'll be able to see it. Alright, I'm gonna try to go to M33. Four seconds should be plenty. Yeah, the clouds have really messed things up now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, looks like this is the end of the night for us. Yep. Morning Light, thank you. If you subscribe and click on notification, you'll be the first to know whenever I go live. Anytime the clouds permit, which is not now, you will find me out live. But for now, I thank you all for joining me, and I wish you a good night and